culture be like in the human organism? One can make a theory that it is afflicted with a severe case of brain cancer. The different organs cease to function in their normal ways and have been atrophied or somehow distorted. Now that the body is in remission, the results of same are quite stunning and, quite frankly, extremely disruptive. Of course, it's all your point of view and the way you look at things, but I would say that the cure may be as bad as the disease. How are you?
Good.
Let's talk about my father. My father would say, well, on one end you'd have to like pull yourself up by your bootstraps and make opportunity, but on the other he'd probably say, well, he's going to do his own thing. My father was phlegmatic. He basically took the behavior around him and he reconciled it with his sense of human nature. This is the kind of man he was, the kind of man he had to be given his vocation in life, which of course was people. He was a salesman. He had to go out and convince people, working his way into a sense of empathy that he would have with them, and they would develop over the course of a short conversation with him. That was the kind of man that, of course, wouldn't be defeated by the sense of lack of prosperity that we have currently in this society. We seem to be living in a time as bad and as completely hopeless as anything Charles Dickens could have dreamt up in terms of the 18th and 19th century. A time when families are split apart by the demands of work. The whole idea of love and protecting one's family is sublimated by necessity to be able to bring home enough money during a week to remain part of the working poor rather than the homeless. I would say we're about as bad or worse as the underclass in Whitechapel around the time of Jack the Ripper, except our Jack the Rippers are in power, culling us out and doing their mayhem in private. Another funny little fact of the passing of generations is when you're younger and your father's still alive, you try your damnedest to try to not think like him or act like him because you want your own identity. Yet when he's gone, you accede to like his influence and begin to act almost exactly like him. There doesn't seem to be any moral contradiction in this. It just seems a natural thing. I guess that's the way that one's family is preserved, at least in terms of their moral structure and their basic sense of identity.